And welcome back to Taste to Table. I'm so glad you could join me today because it's a really great day. You're going to learn a bunch of different things. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to make a Salmon Cesar salad. You can substitute roasted chicken, just about anything you want, shrimp, any kind of protein that you prefer. And we're not going to use a bottled dressing. We're going to make our own. Don't buy bottle dressing anymore. Just don't do it. Not good. Okay, I have a beautiful piece of salmon here. A lot of people don't like salmon because they think it's fishy. Well, the reason it would be fishy is if you turn it over and you see that there is a bloodline in here. Let me hold that up for you so you can see that. You see that bloodline in there? We're going to take that out. And we're going to take that out using a knife. Any sharp knife will do. You don't have to have a fillet knife or anything special. So you're just going to make a cut right there, just kind of horizontally, and on the other side as well. And you're going to turn your pan around, get both ends, pinch it between your fingers, and just take that bloodline out. And it should come out fairly easy. I'm wearing my food prep gloves because I just cannot stand to touch raw anything. So I'm just gonna put that in there. And we're gonna turn it back over. Okay, just like that. Okay, I use parchment paper for just about anything. It's just easy. You can just crumple it up and throw it away, and then you have very little cleanup. I am now going to take my gloves off because I am finished with them. I have preheated my oven to 375. Again, you know, Taste to Table is all about really quick cooking, gourmet cooking, but doing it quick and efficiently. And, you know, you're tired, you come home from work, you really don't want to mess around with too much. So I'm going to take my favorite fish seasoning, which happens to, you can get it in any grocery store. I really like it. And you put as much as you want on or as little as you want on. There's no right or wrong in this. It's all according to taste. I mean, it really is. And the seasoning that I like to use is salmon seasoning. Magic. Stuff is great. Okay, so we are going to put this in the oven. I just heard it beep. So it is ready. Bring this over here, stick it in the oven. And salmon doesn't take very long to cook, so it's really a quick and easy dish, especially in the summer. You know, when it's so hot out, you could do this in a pan. You don't have to do it. You could grill it. If you wanted to grill it, you don't have to bake it. It's just easier for me to bake. That's why I do it. Okay, so I have about a half a cup of mayonnaise. Any kind of mayonnaise will do. This is gluten-free, and this whole dish will be gluten-free. I know that's very important to a lot of people. It's not dairy-free, however, it can be substituted for dairy-free by using a dairy-free mayonnaise and using a dairy-free parmesan or Romano cheese. But this is not dairy-free, it's only gluten-free. So we start with about a half a cup of mayonnaise. I use full fat mayonnaise. I find that the reduced fat mayonnaise has too much sugar in it and just really not good. We're going to use about a tablespoon and a half, maybe two, depending on how much you like garlic, of garlic paste. Now, of course, you could use regular garlic, but we're not going to do that. I see I've made a mess already. So we're just going to put that in there. My counters are super clean. I just disinfected them, so I'm going to take that right off the counter. And put that in there. And let's see, let's wipe that off because it's a little bit of a mess. There we go. I'm going to grab more garlic paste since I messed that one up. And you can find this in the section of the vegetables And it's just garlic paste. I mean, that is all it is. So now that we have that, I'm gonna get another spoon. You don't have to. I'm doing this for your benefit. And we're just going to mix that up. I'm gonna use a whisk. It's just a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. And you can see how that's coming together. Real nice. It's gonna be thick. And I'll show you how to do that. Now, there's also about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of anchovy paste in here. And there's literally a dot of mustard, Dijon mustard. So, we're just going to stir that up like that. That's really good. We are going to add our Parmesan cheese. You know, usually about 1/4 cup will do it for this amount. Again, if you're making more, you'll have to adjust the quantities. But this is the base, and it's really, really simple. So you can see how thick that is now. So we have a little bit of milk here. We're just going to add a little bit of milk there, thin that out, and mix it around. And that's getting much better now. Okay, you could use as much Parmesan cheese as you like. I do not use salt in this. I think it's salty enough with the anchovy paste. And I think we need a little bit more milk. There we go. I think that's going to be just fine. Okay, and you can see, this doesn't even look like store-bought Caesar salad dressing. So don't do that, because I mean, that's, you know, it's done. It's that simple, it's done. I'm gonna run over here and get a little bit of cracked pepper because I forgot to get that. So give me a second here. And what's a good Caesar without a little bit of cracked pepper, right? I just put a little bit there. And again, this is all to taste, however you like. However much you like. You can add more cracked pepper at the end. You don't even have to add cracked pepper now, but why not? So there we go. Okay, so this is done. I mean, it's done. All I have to do is grab my lettuce out of the fridge. I don't like to take it out of the fridge before I'm going to use it, because I don't want it to wilt. Now, you can use any kind of lettuce. Typically, it's romaine lettuce, but I like to use, I don't even know bad. Yeah, I am. Just because it's quicker, it's easier. And I'm just going to take a little bit of lettuce in here. Remember, we're only doing a little bit of lunch here. This is not dinner. So normally I would use a lot. I would do a lot more. I would use a lot more, but I'm not. That looks great. Okay, that's done. So now that we have got this all taken care of, now we're going to see if this is good enough. It may not be, so we're going to see if it's going to spread easy. We're just going to drop some of that on there, just like that. And you don't need a terribly large amount of it. And you can serve it on the side as well. And we're going to mix this up, just like that. And it takes a little while to mix up. Now remember, we have our salmon baking in the oven at 375. So I'm pretty sure my husband's hungry for lunch at this point. And I'm going to take a little bit more, because I know he likes a little bit more salad dressing. I like less. But you can see it's beautiful. I mean, it's just beautiful. I use I use a combination of lettuce, but again, the traditional would be romaine. So, but you can use whatever it is you like. I'm just going to put this here for now. I am going to wash my hand because it's really messy. A towel handy, unusual. Okay. So, you can see we have a lot of Parmesan left over, but we're going to use that to top this. I'm going to go grab some croutons. And you can use any kind of croutons you like. You can make your own croutons. I don't have time for that. So I do not make my own croutons. To be very honest with you, I use whatever croutons are on sale. Because let's face it, let's make this economical as well. Okay, a long time to open that up. And we're just going to add a few croutons in here. So, and again, put as many in as you like, or as little as you like, doesn't matter. Put that over here. We're going to check our salmon now because, like I said, it does not take a long time. And we've got it up at 375. So, let us see. Before we do that, I'm going to take a little bit of Parmesan cheese and sprinkle that around here, just to make it look nice. And then we'll sprinkle some over the salmon when it comes out. Okay, just like that. Let's see what we got here. And that salmon is just about done. Now, this is gluten-free. When you're doing it, make sure you read the back of the mayonnaise. Some mayonnaises are not gluten-free, so you'll have to be careful with that. But everything else is gluten-free. So it's going to be a really phenomenal lunch. You can see, you can eat this just like this at this point now. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Does not need any salt because we use that anchovy paste. And that you can find in the aisle where the canned chicken is, the canned tuna is, and it's just a tube. It's a tube of anchovy paste. There's a couple of different brands out there. I have not found one that's different than another, so you can use whatever it is you feel like. And this is going to be a quick video today because, like I said, that salmon cooks really quick. Let me clean up a little bit so I can actually get that salmon out. That anymore. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of olive oil and drizzle that on there, just a little bit. And that kind of punches up the flavor on everything. You can see there's not much there. There's just a very tiny bit. And we are going to take our salmon out now. Grab a towel. It's going to be hot. Okay. And that looks beautiful. Okay. Here's our salmon. Okay. We're going to put this salmon right on top of our salad. Just like that. Now, you can also add bacon bits if you like. And there you have it. Caesar salad for lunch in under 17 minutes. See you next time on Taste the Table.